happy Monday morning. This is a weird one. I'm never awake on Monday morning. Oh wait, no, I take it back. So, I am personally nice and warmed up, nice and sweaty. I went and I did a bike ride from my morning gig. But now we are going to do some strength training. I hope you're excited. I am going to be using long handled bands today. Sometimes I do workouts with the loop bands. We're going to do long handle bands today. If you know how to modify, you're welcome to follow along. You could always grab some dumbbells if you don't have bands. But otherwise, I'm going to be focusing on a band workout today. So without further ado, let's give a high five and let's get started. We're going to start, we're going to reach down our fingertips towards the ground. We're just going to tilt our head side to side. Trying to get that ear as close to the shoulder as possible without moving anything else. So sometimes people go like this. Try to keep your shoulders level and just isolate to the neck. Ooh. We're going to look side to side. And we're going to look up and down. Enjoy the stretch, but you're still moving. You can hold for a second or two. Now let's roll side to side. Lab upper body today. We're going to do some lower body too. Let's do some shoulder rolls back. So the way today's workout is going to work, we're going to start with a loose band, and we're going to either lie on the ground or stand on it. Those kind of things. I'm going forward with my shoulder rolls. And then we're going to start mounting the band on anchor points. Arm circles in case you're not watching. Go backwards. So if you, so what we'll do is we'll do sort of like a low or medium mount. So if you have like a chair or a table, something sturdy that has weight on it that can support having the band mounted on it. Now we're going to give a hug and take it away. Squeezing the shoulder blades as we do this. And then finally, for those who have it, as long as we have time, we'll do a high mount. So this would be in the door. If you don't have a high mount, then you can just chill and be done for the day. But if you do have a high mount, be ready for that. Let's reach up, keep the back straight, reach back. So we will start with the band loose, and then we will mount it to various things. So be ready to mount your band low, medium, and high. All right, let's go feet wide on the shoulder width. Do a little side-to-side lunge action. I like to put my hands on my thigh. We don't have to. Straighten out the legs, arms out like an airplane, hinging at the hips, touching the outside of the foot, ankle or shin. I don't care what you reach, as long as it's on the outside, so getting a torso twist in here. Legs stay straight, butt goes straight back. I'm going to go to a wall next. I'm going to hold on to the wall, swing the leg forward and back, keeping the hips forward, the toe pointing forward, not letting it go out to the side. Let's go to the other leg. I'm going to have that leg swing side to side, so I'm facing the wall just so my leg has clearance. What's your clearance? Clearance. Other side, other leg. So you can hold on to the wall, or you can use this as a balance. Bring the knee up and around and tap. Up, around, tap. We'll do this 2 more times. Opening up the hips. Then we're going to kick back, up and over, back, up and over, back, up and over, back, up and over. Other side, knee up and around. You can find a focus spot, focus point. If you need to, kick back up and around. One more. Do a little hip shimmy. Let's bring our feet close together. We're going to bend down and reach up, down and reach up, down and reach up. Now, if you're doing this warm up in your bare feet, I would recommend grabbing some shoes for today's workout. There are two reasons for that. One, we're gonna have the band under the foot, and sometimes that can be a little uncomfortable on the foot. And the other time, let's do some ankle circles. It can slide the band, if you have a tube shaped band, it can slide off of your foot. So having the shoe just sort of gives you a little more stability with the band. So let's do a few more ankle rolls other way. And grab some water, shake it out, high five. So if you are not wearing shoes, I would highly recommend you go put some on right now. I got my upside down aerialist. Very impressive move over there. Where is my, there we go. So we are going to start on the floor. And I want you to grab one band. Okay? Apparently I hooked this to these. You're going to hook that band around your toes. So you want to try to get towards the top of the foot, but I understand if, like I said, if you're not wearing shoes, you can roll right off. My feet are shoulder width apart. You can grab the band at the handles if that gives you enough tension. I'm going to grab a little lower, and we're just going to do plantar flexion. So you see, like that. Playing around with the bands. So you may have to play around with where exactly you rest. Ooh, hey, there we go. So we're just going to flex the foot, and the struggle is real this morning. We're going to do 10 to 15. I'm going to take a break there. So I was having some trouble with the band sliding around. You may too. Use that first set to sort of work things out. We're just getting started here. As you're doing this plantar flexion, you want to make sure that your ankles, not your elbows, they don't do this sort of like weird half circle movement. Really think about pushing away and keeping those ankles straight. Okay? And if you need to, if the shoes are getting in the way, you can always take the shoes off. I'm going to start the second round. You're going to feel this in your calves. Ten to 15. Maybe 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Do a little flex foot if you need to. All right, we're going to do one more round. Really think about sitting tall, not hunching over your shoulders. Remember, good posture, no matter what we're doing. Really focus on getting that band in the right place. You may need to readjust. And here we go, last round. Just point the toes. I'm going to do 5 more. 2, and 1. Very nicely done. Good job. I'm going to grab this heavier band. For this one, we're going to lie on our back, so we're going to do a leg press, working the quads. So again, you can, if you have enough tension by holding at the handles, go for it. I am going to grab a little closer to increase the tension. You're going to tuck your knees in, and then you're going to press out, okay? So we're going to do a set of 10 to 12. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to do a few more. Finish up if you need to. And 15. Shake it out. My calves are still feeling it from the first move. Anyway, so we're going to start with the calves, and we're going to do leg press. And then I think after that, we're going to be standing and doing some upper body moves in addition to our lower body. Let's do round 2. Here we go. 1. Now you can have the band mid-foot if you need to. I never started the workout. None of this counts. 6. What was I talking about? Feet shoulder width apart. Trying to keep your feet facing away from you. You can have your head up if that helps keep your back on the ground, or you can have it down if it's too much strain on your neck. We're doing sets of 3 today for all of our moves. So I'll give you a little bit of a rest and then we start again. Take this time, nice big breaths. Again, belly babe. Extend through your lips. Last time. Let's see if I can keep things going with this watch. Here we go. 10 to 15, or 10 to 12. Your back flat. All right, that was 15 for me. How are you doing? Good job, my friends. Let me give you a high five. If you're working out with me today, say hello. Love to hear from you. The next moves are going to be standing with the band under a foot or both feet. Again, because you will be standing on the band, you might want to wear shoes. It could be a little painful just having it under your bare foot or on your socked foot. This next move, we're going to start with some bicep curls. Now you can have one foot on here, you can have both feet. It's up to you. Notice here that I have a fair amount of tension as I come up. So we're just gonna we're gonna keep the palms facing forward and tuck the elbows into the sides as we bring it forward. And again, 10 to 15. I said 10 to 12 for the other one, but we're gonna do 10 to 15. So go ahead. So you may not have a range of bands like I do. So how do you create more or less tension? Well, you can put a loop in your band. I'll show you in a minute. You can take one foot off. You can put both feet on. So this is more tension, okay? If I take one foot away, that's going to be less tension. If I make the band shorter and then step on that, that's going to be even more tension. So you can easily adjust the tension in the bands without swapping out the band itself. This was a decent amount of tension. I'm having some elbow issues, so I don't want to go too crazy with these. All right, let's start round 2. And keeping those elbows tucked in. You can bring them up at the very end of the motion, but otherwise have those elbows tucked into the sides, the sides. I can tell you that I am feeling this. Last one for me, take a break. I think that some people think that if you're working out with bands, you're not getting as good a workout as if you worked out with dumbbells. And I am here to tell you that that is not the case. You can get just as good of a workout with bands. Bands are also very good because, unlike a weight, depending on how you are lifting the weight, your resistance will vary across the movement. So for example, in a bicep curl, I feel the most, I'm really gonna work the center part of the curl. This is where I'm working directly against gravity, and that's where most of the heaviest, I guess, the max resistance is at this part of the range of motion. When you're working with the band, as you bring the arm up, the tension gets greater and greater. So here, you're going to be having about medium tension here, but you're gonna have max tension here. It's just gonna increase along the way. So it's a very different way to work your muscles along the range of motion. And it's a good way to mix things up. We are on round 3. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Do a little mid-set shake. All right, take a break. Excellent job. According to this, I did 22 reps. That's not correct. Remember, 10 to 15 is the range here. High five. Remember, you always want the last few reps to be challenging, but it's just, you want to be able to complete them with good form. So if you were struggling by 10, then just do 10. But if you felt like you could go to the full 15, go to the full 15. If you can go more than 15, you need to up your resistance. Okay. The next move, I am going to put the band under one foot. Okay? I am going to come down into a lunge. My arms are going to be here, and I'm going to press up. Some people can find this a little, I guess, annoying, the band sort of get in your way. So however you want to position, some people like to have them behind the shoulders like this. If this is more comfortable for you, having them in front, go for that. But we are going to do a set. The first set, we are going to just do the 2 arms at the same time. All right? So here we go, 3, 2, 1. Nice low lunge. 10 to 15. I think I like them better this way. Back knee low, not straight. Take a break. So why I'm in a lunge? 2 reasons. The first is that when you're in the lunge, you get a nice little leg workout while you're doing this, okay? The second is because if you try to do an overhead press from standing position, it's going to put so much tension on the band, especially at the top of the movement. So getting a little lower to the ground sort of lowers the resistance a little bit. And sometimes, if you haven't noticed, when you're doing standing exercises, especially for upper body, you might have a lighter resistance so that you're not killing yourself trying to reach at the top of the movement. I'm going to place this on my other foot so I can get a good lunge on this side. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and torso tall. There's a little bit of a balance move in here. And 3 more. Take a break. Excellent. why. I'm very yawny today. Not yawny, yawny. Ooh, I'm not getting enough oxygen in my system. So I apologize. I am going to take a nap after this. We're going to do one more set. I'm going to switch legs halfway through, just to make sure I'm nice and even. I don't want to walk in little loops. 10 to 15. So I'm going to do 8 and 8. Do 16, just do a bonus. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and ooh, hey. Make sure you're nice and stable before you start. That's 8. Let's go to the other side. Exhale on the work. Excellent job. Shake it out. Give me a high five. Thank you. Grab some water. All right. We are going to do one more move, standing on bands. Apparently I'm out of breath. And then we are going to go to a low mount. So for this last one, I'm going to have my feet wide, toes pointed out, and we're going to do sumo squat. I'm going to get my band nice. I'm going to step nice and wide so I can put more tension on the band. When your toes point out, you're going to come down and up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and hope you enjoy the sound effects here. I'm going to hold my bands here, a little more tension on the band. And now I've lost count. I'm going to do 5 more. Excellent. Good job. Take a break. Grab some water if you need it, because I do. Taking nice deep breaths. Apparently I'm a woman of few words today. That's okay. Some days I'm chatty, and some days you just gotta focus. So, it was sort of a rough week for me last week. It's very hot, and I realized that when I'm hot all the time with no breaks, I don't really want to work out. So it was sort of a light week for me. In retrospect, I probably needed some time off, but feeling it now. All right, we're going to do the next round. Create the tension however you need to, and go. Excellent. Whew. So this is our last move, is standing. So if you haven't already, I want you to think about a chair, a heavy chair or a heavy table, very sturdy table, something with a vertical mount, so you can mount for a low mount, so something low to the ground. Maybe you have a chair that's sturdy and you just put some weights on it. I'll give you a few minutes after this last set to figure it out. Give you some time. But first, let's do this last round. 15, 10 to 15. Last one for me. Excellent job. Give me a high five. Good job. Thank you. We are done with the standing band moves. We are going to go to a low mount. I am going to send my camera over this way so you can see what I have. Oops. Let's get this band board out of the way. So I have my weight bench, and you can see I've got some bands. So if you have a chair or something else, all you need to do is wrap it around or through or whatever you do. I'm going to just put it around like this. And I have different, I have one set of handles that I need to share with all the different resistances. So I'm going to lock that in. So we're going to start with a seated row, and I'm going to do something here. So if your table or whatever you're using is not very heavy, you can end up, if you're strong enough, you can end up pulling the whole table. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use these weights, and I'm going to prop my feet up against them just to provide a little push to make sure I don't send the whole weight rack towards me, because I have done that before. So I'm going to sit, legs fully extended. I'm going to sit tall, not leaning back, not hunching forward. We're just going to row into our sides. All right? I am sweating, not profusely, but I am sweating. Here we go. It's round 1, 10, 15. You need to back it up. Got 5 more. All right, take a break. So what are other ways that you can increase resistance? Maybe, if you have more than one band, you pull multiple bands. With these, it's easy because you can just hook them into the handles. But if you have just multiple band handles, if the handles are small enough, you can try ribbon on both. There are lots of ways to create different resistance with the bands, which is a good thing, because you can more gradually increase the resistance. Like I just scoop my butt back. The bad thing is, unlike a weight, you never know exactly how much resistance you're doing. So you may have to make a mental note, oh, I sat 2 inches farther back, but it's not as quantifiable as weights. Let's go into round 2. I'm sitting back, sitting tall, scooching back, I should say. Oh my gosh, this knows how off those photos are. All right, take a break. I am going to fix this image, this print, because it's driving me nuts. This happens when you have too much crap in your workout space. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. This is all good. We're going to start one more round. Are you ready for it? 3, 2, 1, and go. Good posture. Elbows go straight back. And that is it. Excellent job. Give me a high five from here. What do I have next? Okay, so for some of these other moves, I have the option where I can just hook my bands together. And I can flip the band around and put the band around my heels. You may not have that option. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. One is you can take your shoes off if you have small enough feet. And you can actually put your feet in the handles like this. It can be rather uncomfortable. So another thing that you can do, and I'm going to see if I can, there we go. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to loop the bands through together, and I'm going to rotate it around, so that way there's going to be one band for me to put my legs into. Now again, you're probably going to want to have your shoes if you're going to use the band this way, and there's a very good chance that it's going to slide a lot up and down your legs. We're going to do hamstring curls. Okay. There we go. So what am I doing? I'm putting both feet in here. It's going to make a lot of noise. So I'm going to hook the ankles, and I'm going to flip over. Okay. And then from here, I'm just going to curl towards my butt. This is very uncomfortable for me, so let me get a better camera angle. There we go. You don't need to see my ugly mug. Get it right. Here we go. I'm going to do a set of 10 to 15. Here we go. It's rolling up my thigh, or my calf. I'm not happy about that. Hey, yikes, not my favorite. Whew. So, like I said, this is not the most comfortable. Maybe it's more comfortable to have your feet in the handles, if they will fit. If not, we're just gonna suffer through it. All right, I'm gonna try with my feet a little wider apart. So you can play like before I had my feet close together. This time I'm gonna have them about shoulder width. And I can't get very good range of motion on this. I probably should go to a lighter resistance. I might in a second. We're gonna try this again. 3, 2, 1, and ooh, nice little cramp there. Great. That was 15 for me. That was horrible. How did that work for you? This is where if you had a loop band would be perfect for this. Also because my loop bands are rectangular, so they don't slide. What else can you do to mitigate? If you're very careful, you can try to hook it on the back of the shoe. I'm gonna give that the old college try. I'm not confident, but basically hooking it on the shoe instead of on the ankle. But I'm guessing it's going to go right off my foot. Yeah. Trying to get to balance on that part of the foot is quite the challenge. Here we go, round 3. Yeah, just slides off. Keeping your core engaged as you're lying on your stomach. All right, that was uncomfortable. Well, thank you for suffering through that with me. Misery loves company. And can I give you a high five? Hello, high five. All right, what do I have next? Some of my clients would say, what torture do you have in store for me? Oh, it's not that bad. So for this next move, you have a couple of options for how you want to mount it. One option, again, if you have these collapsible one, or these ones here where they can clasp, you can just put both on both hooks on one handle, or you can slide one handle through. We'll slide one handle through. Okay, so now I'm going to create a little loop there, and I'm going to come to standing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the handle between my legs, okay? I'm going to get some good tension. I'm going to lean forward, okay? Like I'm doing a deadlift, and I'm going to pull to standing. So we're doing pull-throughs, working the glutes, okay? Woo. And I'm making a lot of noise. Again, if you need more resistance, step away from the anchor point. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and 1. Make sure your torso goes horizontal. Just going vertical down, squeezing the glutes. Not over emphasizing like that. You see, I lost my balance. You're nice. Take a break. Working the glutes this morning. Off to a good start. Or afternoon, if you are East Coast. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. We have 2 more sets of that. You'll want to keep your hands low, just so that you might have noticed the it's a little close to the lady bits or man bits. All right, so keep the hands low. So you have good clearance. Here we go, flat back, 3, 2, 1. I have my feet a little wider than shoulder width, just to allow room for the band. Keeping my shoulders back straight. And break. Nice, nice, nice. Got one more set. We're just hanging out, just chit-chatting. Let's see, it was a busy week. Last week, I had workout in wine on Wednesday. It was a lot of fun. And saw Alice in Chains on Thursday. That was pretty bitchin'. And then had family in town the rest of the weekend. A lot of revelry. Got some work to do this week. Glad you're here. It's part of the reason why I scheduled this. All right, let's do this last round. 3, 2, 1, and 1. 10 to 15. That is it for me. How are you doing? How you doing? High five. What else do we have in store? Okay, so I'm gonna yawn a lot. Again, if you want to do this with your foot in the handle, you can. I would, we'll try it. We'll see if my foot fits. I don't think it's gonna fit. My foot's too freaking big. I'm honking feet. So you can have it here. This is not gonna be very comfortable. We're gonna do adductor and abductor. So I'm gonna have this foot back a little bit just to keep it out of the way. And then I am going to lift my leg out. And then I'm gonna turn around. Again, this foot comes back. I'm gonna cross the leg in front. So the active foot is gonna be in front of the other foot both ways. And you're going to abduct and then abduct. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3. Keeping this other leg slightly bent for a little stability. That's 15 for me. So the handle on the shin was very uncomfortable. With this rotation, I have more of a strap on my leg. That will be hopefully a little more comfortable. If it's too much to have the leg floating when you lift it, you just think about doing taps. You want to try to keep that foot parallel. We're going to go to the other side. So mine has adjustable handles, so I'm going to flip it so that the handle is not on, it's not pressing against this side because that would be pretty intense. All right, here we go. Wait. I'm starting with abduction first on this side. So again, you can tap or you can swing. So what is your core and your pelvis? What are they doing right now? Are you sticking your butt out? Try to be more neutral, tuck the hips under. So we go to abduction. All right, good job. You're gonna shake it out, and we're gonna go right back to the other foot, because this takes a while. Single foot exercise. And we're gonna go. That's 15 for me on this side. Let's go to the taps. Right away. Crossing the body. I don't really care which order you do them in. If you want more intensity, stand farther away from the anchor point, or maybe you bring your foot a little farther across. Here we go. How you doing? Doing well? I'm doing well. Swap it around. And last one. Around 2. All right, that's round 2. And grab a little bit of water. And then one more round. here we go. Working the opposing muscle groups. So your abductors. Abducting, moving away from the midline. And then we flip it around. And now adductors, working towards the midline. Also trying to stand without falling. Last side, last time. Very excited for this. Facing this way, so now adduction is first. Last time, here we go. Finish with abduction on the side. If you're doing it in a different order, do what you gotta do. Woo. 4, 5, awesome job. Kick that off. Give me a high five. We are going to scooch over here. I'm going to unthread this band. I'm going to use this handle. Excuse me. Use this handle too. So these are the last moves. We are going to be at a high mount. If you don't have a high mount, you can take a break, grab some water. Meet me for, here we go. You can always meet me for core. All right. So you can see I have my bands. Ooh, that was notches. Mounted high. We are going to start with 40 pounds. Let's switch my grip over here. So hopefully you can see this. Okay. So now we're going to do 5. So I want to make sure that your bands are even. So we're going to step forward. We're going to have a slight bend in the elbows. And we're going to bring our hands together like that. So 10 to 15. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And giving the hug, taking the hug away. Squeezing the shoulder blades when they come back. And 15, what's your number? Take a break. So I have a Phoenix on its Garmin watch. It was a gift I did not ask for, but I still received. Thank you to my lovely husband. It's okay. Sometimes it double counts and sometimes it undercounts. So it's about as accurate as me. The random number generator. Here we go, round 2. Also, I've been reading about how, a lot of people wear their watch while they sleep to monitor their sleep. And the watches are not good for that. So they're good for letting you know, like how much you moved around but the quality of sleep, like REM and stuff like that, not very accurate. So if you felt like you got a good night's sleep and your watch says no, tell your watch to go off. There I see. to public service announcement. Got one more. Very nice. Great. Grab some water, make some noise. It's the bad thing about the bands, they're very loud. We have one more round, and then we're gonna finish with lats, and then we'll see if we have it. We'll see if we have any time for core. Here we go, round 3. Doesn't matter which foot is in front. Slight forward lean, core engaged for stability. I have the bands going above my shoulders. Try to move both arms simultaneously, not letting one lead. So the core engagement comes in. And that is 15 for me. Awesome job. And we are going to finish with lat pull downs. Yay! Again, if you do not have this high mount for the door, first off, you should invest in one of these little bands. It's basically a loop, and then one side has like a little piece of fabric or material on it. It just sticks through the door. Notice that my door opens away from me as opposed to towards me. Okay? You don't want the door opening towards you if you can help it, because you might pull on the door and pull it open, and that would be not good. All right, you're going to come down on your knees. I don't know if you can see me. And your palms are going to face away from you. You're just going to pull. Elbows to the sides. Head neutral spine. To 15. Very good. 2 more moves. Are you excited? Woot woot. We don't have much time left. Hey. All right, we're going to get into position. We're going to start round 2. Short breaks on this last move. Nice and sniffly. That is 15 for me. That's round 2. One more, just one more. Grab some water if you need it. Towel yourself off. Start hanging up some bands, because maybe, like me, you made a mess. Always gotta clean up your workspace when you're done. Ready for the last one? Here we go, here we go. So if it hurts to be on one knee, you can always have that toe tucked under, knee lifted off the ground. I don't know if you can see that. You want to think about your torso, your arms pulling at the same plane, like you're doing a pull-up. This is it for me. That is it for you. Awesome job. Let's meet over here. Grab some water. There you go. Lats, presses, legs, squats, abductors, adductors, glutes, quads. Worked it all today. Very proud of you. Give me a high five. Let's finish with just 1 minute of plank. I hate to not get more core in. So this is just a little finisher. When you work with bands, you end up using your core for a lot of stuff. And we're just going to tackle onto that. So get into a low plank position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and. You can have your palms down, you have your palms facing each other, you have them clasped together. Bring your head to neutral spine, pushing the ground away. You want to make sure your body's in a straight line. I tend to push a little too high. I've been working on my corrective exercise specialization, so I'm learning about all these fun tests I've been performing on myself, and I have some imbalances I gotta work on. Movement patterns, my body likes to move. How does your body like to move? If you take these tests, you'll find out. You have 15 seconds. Core engaged. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. Awesome job. Yay. Good job. And that is full body strength with bands. Let's give yourself a pat on the back. And there are a few exercises I would have liked to have done. I kept it sort of simple today. Actually, there's just not enough time. I mean, I can just keep going, but I know you gotta get on with your day, so thank you for taking this time to work out with me. Bring your arm across your chest. Bring the shoulder down. So thank you so much for working out with me today. You are that much stronger for showing up. And I have something going on in half an hour. I don't know what it is. You are that much stronger, and it's so much fun to work out with friends and family. Thank you for working out with me today. Bring that shoulder down as we bring that arm across the chest. Clasp both hands behind. Stick your chest out because you're so proud of the work that you did. Tomorrow, I have an online workout and I have an in-person workout. Bodyweight strengthening Galena if you're around, if you're local. And mini band cardio if you're not. Look for that on my YouTube channel because you're already here. Hug your knee, squeeze the glute, stretch the glute. Friday, I have Cardio Hit in Oak Park, and then Saturday is boot camp. Normally it's in Cabrillo Park. I need to change it. It'll also be in Oak Park because there is a women's running race going on this weekend. Hook the elbow, sitting tall, twist it out. If this workout makes you sweat, makes you smile, and you feel digital dollars my way, in appreciation, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, or the handy dandy link that you can find in this description. It's the other side. If you are not signed up for my newsletter, you should sign up for my newsletter once a week, or today I might have to send a little addendum. Tell you what's going on in JRF land. So check that out. Let you know about new blog posts if I have them. And of course, you can follow me on all like Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. Legs wide apart, arms out to the side, leaning side to side, stretch that back. Ooh, feels nice. Bring the arm over, open up the chest, reaching through that side body. We're folding over that leg, flex the foot to stretch the hamstring. Let's go to the other side. Lean. Ooh. Need this one. And forward. Flex the foot. Come forward. Swing your legs around. If this is accessible to you, lean back, press the knees down to stretch the quads. If this is not accessible for you, you can stand up and do standing quad stretch. Come onto your hands and knees, do some cat-cow, or finish up your quad stretch. And then press back into child's pose, butt against your heels. And that is it. Thank you so much. I'll leave you be. Stretch more if you need it. Until next time, take care. Mwah. Love you. Bye.